FC Barcelona headed into the Christmas break with confidence, composure, and a clear message to their rivals after securing a vital 2-0 victory away at Villarreal. It was not just another 3 points added to the table. It was a statement win that underlined Barcelona's maturity, tactical clarity, and growing belief under pressure. By the final whistle, the Catalan Giants found themselves 4 points clear of Real Madrid at the top of the table, while also creating breathing space between themselves and Villarreal, a side who, with 2 games still in hand, remained firmly involved in the title conversation. From the opening moments at the Estadio de la Ceramica, the intensity of the occasion was clear. Villarreal, playing in front of a passionate home crowd, started with aggression and purpose. They pressed high, attempted to disrupt Barcelona's rhythm, and tried to impose themselves physically in midfield. Barcelona, however, showed patience rather than panic. Instead of forcing risky passes or playing at Villarreal's tempo, they circulated the ball calmly, waiting for gaps to appear and trusting their structure. The early phases of the match were a tactical chess game. Villarreal's midfield attempted to crowd Barcelona's playmakers, limiting space between the lines and forcing play wide. Barcelona responded intelligently, using their fullbacks to stretch the pitch and pull Villarreal's defensive shape apart. This subtle adjustment gradually shifted control in Barcelona's favor, allowing them to dictate possession and territory without overcommitting. Defensively, Barcelona were impressive from the outset. Villarreal threatened on the counter, especially through quick transitions and direct runs into the channels. But Barcelona's backline remained compact and disciplined. The center-backs communicated well, stepping up at the right moments while avoiding unnecessary risks. The goalkeeper, when called upon, was calm and authoritative, reinforcing a sense of security that allowed the outfield players to play with confidence. As the first half progressed, Barcelona's dominance became clearer. Their passing sequences grew longer, their movement sharper, and their confidence more visible. Villarreal were forced deeper, spending longer stretches defending rather than attacking. While clear-cut chances were limited early on, Barcelona's control of the game felt inevitable, as if the breakthrough was only a matter of time. The opening goal arrived as a reward for Barcelona's patience and tactical discipline. A well-worked move, beginning deep in their own half, showcased the team's identity: quick, intelligent passing, off-the-ball movement, and composure in the final third. The finish itself was clinical, reflecting a team that understands when to accelerate and when to remain calm. That goal did more than change the scoreline. It shifted the psychological balance of the match. Villarreal, now trailing at home, were forced to take greater risks. They pushed more players forward, increased their pressing intensity, and looked to exploit spaces behind Barcelona's defense. This phase of the game tested Barcelona's maturity. Rather than retreating excessively or losing structure, they maintained their shape and continued to play their football, absorbing pressure when necessary and breaking forward with purpose. The midfield battle became even more significant after the goal. Barcelona's midfielders worked tirelessly, cutting passing lanes, winning second balls, and controlling the tempo. Their ability to slow the game down at key moments frustrated Villarreal and prevented them from building sustained momentum. Every intercepted pass and recovered ball felt like a small victory, gradually draining the energy and belief from the home side. By halftime, Barcelona held a deserved lead, but the match was far from finished. Villarreal returned for the second half with renewed determination, aware that an equalizer would completely change the narrative. They increased the tempo, moved the ball quicker, and attempted more direct attacks. For a brief spell, Barcelona were pushed back, forced to defend deeper than they might have preferred. This period highlighted another important aspect of Barcelona's evolution: resilience. Instead of collapsing under pressure, they defended as a unit. Wingers tracked back, midfielders covered tirelessly, and defenders stayed focused. The communication across the pitch was evident, with players constantly organizing, pointing, and encouraging one another. It was the kind of collective defensive effort that championship-winning teams consistently display. As Villarreal committed more men forward, spaces began to open up, and Barcelona sensed an opportunity to kill the game. Their transitions became sharper, with quick passes releasing attackers into space. The second goal, when it arrived, was devastating for Villarreal. It was executed with precision and confidence, a move that exposed Villarreal's stretched defense and left the home crowd momentarily silent. That second goal effectively sealed the result. Villarreal's heads dropped slightly, and although they continued to push, the belief that they could overturn the deficit visibly faded. Barcelona, on the other hand, played with control and assurance, managing the final stages of the match expertly. They slowed the tempo when needed, retained possession intelligently, and avoided unnecessary risks. The final whistle confirmed a result that carried significant weight in the context of the title race. Going into the Christmas break 4 points clear of Real Madrid is no small achievement, especially given the pressure and expectations that come with leading the table. More importantly, Barcelona achieved this lead by winning a difficult away match against a direct competitor, sending a clear message to the rest of the league. For Barcelona supporters, this victory symbolizes more than just points. It reflects progress, stability, and a clear identity. The team looks balanced, combining youthful energy with experienced leadership. There is a sense that players understand their roles and trust one another, both in possession and out of it. This cohesion has been crucial in navigating challenging fixtures and maintaining consistency. Villarreal, despite the defeat, remained firmly in the title conversation. With 2 games in hand, they have the opportunity to close the gap, and their performance, particularly in phases of the second half, showed why they are considered genuine contenders. However, this match also highlighted areas where they must improve, particularly in defensive transitions and decision-making under pressure. As the league pauses for the Christmas break, Barcelona can reflect with satisfaction. They have navigated a demanding period of fixtures, handled pressure from rivals, and positioned themselves strongly for the second half of the season. The challenge now will be maintaining focus, avoiding complacency, and continuing to build on this momentum when competition resumes. This 2-0 victory at Villarreal will be remembered as a defining moment in Barcelona's campaign. Not because it was flashy or dramatic, but because it was professional, controlled, and intelligent. These are the kinds of performances that win titles. As fans look ahead with optimism, one thing is clear. Barcelona have entered the festive period not just as league leaders, but as a team that truly believes it can go all the way.